There's yet another deadline for Monbraca, an update on the completion of Main Street. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, a harmful chemical is found in many fried and baked foods. And we tell you all about Parada di Bochincha, a parade dedicated to the disabled. 15 on 15 starts right now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. The Department of Public Works had said the final deadline for contractor Monbraca to finish their part of the construction would be November 21st. We are now closing in at the end of the month and work is still needed. Progress has definitely been made, and if you have driven or walked by Plaza Yentl Lieuw or Nikki Habibe, you can see that only final touches are needed to finish up. But will DOW keep its word and follow up with further legal actions, or will they cut Monbraca a bit of slack? For Monbraca to finish Plaza Nikki Habibe is December 13th, 2013. The Department of Public Works had contemplated taking further legal action against Monbraca for not finishing by November 21st, but since the work is close to finishing, they opted for an extension instead.
We have discussed this morning and established a new date. This will be December 13th. And we have chosen this approach because if we have took legal steps, the possibilities are much greater that the work won't be completed by before the holidays, and we will then complete the works by beginning 2014.
Thus far, DOW has already filed a few legal lawsuits against Monbraca. Mr. Marlon Cruz explains.
As we all know, we are enforcing the fine on daily basis since July 31st. And right now, as of today, we have given Monbraca a notice of default. And that means we will withhold his performance bond.
According to the Deputy Director of the Department of Public Works, if all the work on Main Street will be completed by December 13th, business in the area will operate as normal, and the minor construction work will not impact holiday shoppers.
If we complete it, the work is being completed by December 13th, I think the shopping for the holidays will not be hindrance, and everything will be functioning perfectly well. And as up to now, I think our Main Street will be functioning during the holidays, since 98% of the Main Street is completed.
Moving forward, art enthusiasts on Aruba will have the chance to purchase some of the best of Cuba. Yes, Cuba. After much contemplation, the owner of Cuba's Cooking has decided it's time to share with the public of Aruba a few Cuban art pieces he has collected for a good cause. At Cuba's Cooking restaurant hangs a few very prominent artistic pieces. The owner explains his story of finally realizing it's time for an auction.
What happened is, 2.5 years I'm living with tremendous art clutter, if you can call it that, in my office. And sometimes I can hardly move, and sometimes it falls over and you hear it going crash, and it's because I have it piled up. I'm embarrassed. But I love this art. So what I decided to do, and it took me 2.5 years to get the courage up, to finally say, good, I'm going to have an auction.
10% of sales from the Cuban art pieces will go to Fundación Panos Comunidad. A Saturday breakfast initiative for children in the month of December will also be organized in connection with this auction. The goal is to do the breakfast all year round. The event is by invitation only, and here is why.
Now, I don't want to invite all the tourists in. They're the ones that really want it, but I want to sell it to the local community, and I have a good reason. This is by invitation only, and mostly because I want to know where all this art goes. You know, it's kind of crazy, and I'm a little nervous about it, and people think I'm silly, but it's like my family, my extended family that I'm putting to auction. And I'd feel a lot better if I knew it went into your house, and if it went into your house, and your house, and your house. And the best part about it is when you do have it and you do put it on your wall, who are you going to think about? You're going to think about the art and where you got it.
Now, the auction is by invitation only. Lucky residents of Aruba will be going home with a few Cuban pieces valued from anywhere between 2,000 to 6,000 florins. On that note, we will be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back from the break. There's some bad news for folks who likes fried or baked goods. A cancer-causing chemical called acrylamide can be found in potatoes, cereal, or breads when they're fried or baked at high temperatures. There may be harmful chemicals in that plate of extra crispy French fries you like to order. Here's why you want to steer clear of acrylamide. Some studies show that high levels of this chemical can cause cancer in animals. Scientists warn that this may be true for humans as well. While it is almost impossible to eliminate it from your diet, you can cut down on your exposure by tweaking your cooking methods. To lower the amount of acrylamide in your foods, cut back on the fries and throw out that burnt piece of bread and opt for boiling or steaming methods of cooking instead. For now, let's talk about sex for a minute. There is one specific time when you should prevent from having sex. When you are having a stressful day, turn to chocolate or a glass of wine and prevent from engaging in sexual intercourse. A new study finds women tend to have higher desire when they are sad or anxious to engage in risky sex at that time. The findings are based on self-reports from 1,000 men and 1,000 women. Not surprisingly, women were less likely than men to report being in the mood when they were sad, anxious, or stressed. But among the women who did get a libido boost when frazzled, they were more likely to have riskier sex. These women were more interested in sex with any partner and more likely to scout one out at a club or party. What is also good to note is that women who reported higher desire when stressed or anxious also had a stronger tendency to engage in sexual behavior they later regretted. Treadmills are making a comeback. Here's some tips to get the best workout on one. Treadmills account for nearly 60% of annual home fitness equipment sales. This is according to the most recent data from the National Sporting Goods Association in the States. Treadmills allow you to customize your workout, your speed and terrain in a way that just isn't possible on a trail. With a few buttons, you can switch it up and challenge your body in new ways, which makes it an essential take for staying fit. What's more is that treadmills tend to calculate the number of calories you burn with more precision than other machines. So, get the most out of your workout on a treadmill. Use the incline to challenge yourself and go faster whenever you can. Let's take a quick break. This is what's coming up next. A parade will be hosted this Saturday, but not the typical carnival parade that all of Aruba loves so much. Instead, it is a truck parade. This event is dedicated to the disabled. Organizers of Parada de Bochincha says the minute they reached out to businesses with trucks to participate in the event, there was no hesitation. There are ways for the rest of Aruba to take part in as well.
We're asking that everybody, invite your family and friends, go on the route this Saturday and support and applaud and show them that we care. And like I say, Arubans like a parade, so this is the perfect opportunity to show that you care and that you will have fun with everybody.
This parade is organized for the disabled. It is a tradition from the Netherlands that Aruba has now adopted. Organizers decided to localize the event as much as possible by putting Aruban spins on it in every which way.
This is a parade that's common in the Netherlands for this specific group also. We expanded the concept that we welcome everybody with one or another disability. And we started thinking how we can Arubanize this concept. And that's when we started asking family and friends for help. And my colleague Minerva's mother came with a very it's very, how do you call it? Aruban. We like parades, we like a lot of noise, which is bochincha. So what's better than Paranda di Bochincha? So we named it Paranda di Bochincha to express the Aruban feeling behind this event.
American Thanksgiving is coming up this Thursday. The holiday is one of the most celebrated days of the year in the United States. Since Americans account for a significant portion of the tourists that visit us every year, businesses on this island recognize it's important to celebrate the holiday with them. Michael Ras, the food and beverage manager from the DV Phoenix, says by organizing a Thanksgiving dinner for the Americans, it is a way for us to show our appreciation for their continued support.
It's a great opportunity for families to come together, and I also want to invite also the people living on Aruba, just come and join us, because we are such one island that really concentrates on the American market also, and all their customs are becoming our customs too. So everybody's invited to come and join this Thursday for the Thanksgiving dinner.
Pure Ocean's dinner will include all the traditional offerings of an American Thanksgiving dinner. The buffet will run from 6 to 10 p.m. for $35 per person. The purpose for the customized menu is to make our visitors feel right at home.
Yes, because that's the way we do here on Aruba. We are one happy island. We want everybody to be as happy as we are. We are a nice crowd of people. We are very welcoming to everyone, and it's a very important market for us because the American market is always been one of the biggest markets we have here in Aruba. So a lot of things we took over, like in the past, for instance, there was not such a big celebration back here in Aruba for Thanksgiving, but through all the years it became so big. So, I mean, everybody's celebrating back here on Aruba.
Once again, Pure Ocean will be hosting the dinner on Thursday night, the 28th, to celebrate American Thanksgiving. That is our show for today. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.